Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here in the morning of Saturday, March 27th, 2021. Well, starting tomorrow, Sunday, Palm Sunday, it's Holy Week for you Christians, 1.3 billion or so of you. And there's a lot of you, you know. You Americans think of yourself as Christians, but there are Catholics, Coptics, and Eastern Orthodox that are also Christian, along with the Catholics. And pardon the expression, I was one of those, but I got divorced, so they kick you out of the church. Ain't that something terrible? But in this week, as my grandfather used to say, and he was a Protestant guy from Maryland, Burtonsville, Maryland, to be exact. And he would always tell me, son, Christians are noted for two things. They pray on Sunday and they sin on Monday. And boy, was he right. And my grandmother, being from Panama, an Indian, she used to say, sonny boy, there are two things here with the Catholics, especially in Panama. You got the twice a year Catholics, Easter and Christmas, and after that, hey, why go to church? They want money. Oh yeah, don't you guys want money? Oh, here in the States, I know that some of your churches, let me have your Internal Revenue Service 1040, and it's, oh, okay, so we get 2% of that, or 4%, or whatever it is. Yeah. Oh boy. But this Holy Week, okay? And this is serious. Your religions, whether you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Hindu, or whatever, and even the Indian religions that I come from in Central America, Toltecs, Aztecs, Incas, and the North American Indians, all have something in common. Some say sky people, some say from heaven, but it's still the same thing. Our ancestors, or the people that taught us. Now, all three of your big religions that you call the big ones, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, don't forget Buddha, because Buddha's got a lot more than all three of those combined. Buddhism, have things in common for teachings. And long after their so-called teachers passed away, and some of them, are not in the archives. You can't find any records that they ever existed, like J.C. But you do have Peter, okay? So wherever he got his information, and the Romans, by the way, were known to keep good records, and there's no records of a J.C. getting crucified by Pontius Pilate. He didn't leave any records either. But be that as it may, for your religions that you have here, you got teachings. Christianity's got teachings in there. Same with Islam. Some good, some bad on both. Judaism, if you look at the Dead Sea Scrolls and you look at the Torah today, there's been a little changes. There's been a lot of changes in Christianity. Heck, each sect's got their own Bible now. And then you got books that were never included in because the Catholics didn't want them included in there. Yeah. And then you got people that you say that knew Christ. Well, Paul did not know him. He came decades after Christ was supposed to be dead. He was born in Tarsus. And he never met Peter either. Peter was crucified long before Paul was even around, 66 A.D. And Paul was crucified, 90-something A.D.? Yeah. Well. So you got things here that you got to look at when you're looking at Holy Week. There is faith and there is religion, and they're two different things. The faith is there's a supreme being. My society, always thinks there's a supreme being. And believe me, we had more religions than you guys had here. But we got rid of them. We still got their books, and we still teach them to our descendants as a teaching tool. Because there's a lot there to learn. There's a lot in your Bible. And I read your Bible, your Torah, and your Quran. And there's a lot to learn there. But you guys never check the message. You guys are in it for the political and the religious aspect of religion. The Catholics are in there because Rome and the priest and bishop and Pope tell them that you got to do it this way. You Protestant are there because you challenge everything and you want your own version of what is right. That's why you got a lot of different Bibles. Same with the Muslims. You got the Shiites, and they got a lot of different Shiites that don't like each other. In fact, over in Saudi Arabia, you got the Wahhabis, and they're really strange. And then you got the Sunnis that don't like each other either. And Judaism. Oh, the Jews? Yeah, you got a whole bunch of them. You got Hasidic Jews, and you got all kinds of stuff there. Same with Buddhism. They got their sects too. China's got a different Buddhism than India. And you go to Southeast Asia, and Buddhism is a little stranger there, too. But they all have one thing in common. They got the teachings, and sometimes the primary teachings stay. But century after century that's gone by, you guys have changed each one of these religions into different things. Christianity, you look at it today and you go back to the 2nd century AD, and it's nothing like it. The Dead Sea Scrolls tells you that. The Essenes that lived in Masada, and also Quran, they left records that now are being interpreted, and you're seeing, hey, Christianity was vastly different. And there were a lot of sects. You had the Gnostics, which had the Gnostic Bible, which, by the way, the Protestants and the Catholics today, it kind of makes them throw up if you mention that word. Yeah, see what I mean? And they're all supposed to be from the same tree. It's like President Biden saying, Neanderthal, up there. So as an alien from a different planet, I'm saying, I don't get it. My society never had this kind of disaster on the religion. We just got rid of it because it was causing a lot of problems in our society, along with politics and other things. But the teachings we still adhere to of all our religion's books. We teach that to education, that this is what our ancestors had when they were there. But we don't follow the religious aspects of it. No. Is there a supreme being? Well, like we teach our descendants, we don't find it. Maybe you will. But if you don't find it, tell your kids, because maybe they'll be lucky enough to find it. Where did we come from? Who put us here? Why? These are questions that are, no matter if you're humanoids, if you're insectoids, or reptilian, they all ask the same thing. Why are we here? Okay? But you don't have no religious wars or put people down because they got different religions. You're one race here. And you're supposed to be united, which you're not even close to that. I haven't even got one single person on this planet, and I've talked to everybody, from your so-called big guys like Tucker Carlson and Dana Perino, President Biden, President Trump, Senator John Ossoff. I've sent them an email saying that there's a way you can eliminate some of the problems you got. And none of them have ever responded back to me. This tells me what my bosses used to tell me when I first came here in 2065. Do not interfere in human affairs because they don't even know what the hell they're doing. They don't even know who the hell they are. I understand it now. I did make a stupid mistake, though. Once the Mushka got rid of you guys in 2065, I tried to save $300,000 because of their friend Jeff, like I told you in my other episodes, who was a pal of a lady called the Patriot Nurse here in the United States, and I've seen some of her videos. I even answered her, but she never answered me back. But yeah, Patriot Nurse. If you know any Jeffs that are around 45, because he'll be 81 years old in 2065, yeah. I found him sitting in a bench across the street from what used to be your White House here. It's the total rubble. You should see your Capitol. You think January 6th was bad. Wait till July 25th of 2065 and you look at it. And they told me, Jeff told me that wasn't the Mushka that did that. That was you Americans that did that to your own White House and to your own Capitol. Boy, that's embarrassing, huh? Anyway, you got Holy Week to look after. But not one of you are going to do anything about it. Oh, and by the way, what happens if, for you Christians, say in the Mall of the United States or the Temple Mount over there in Jerusalem, this guy, you see this beam of light come down and bingo, it's JC, and he says, I'm back. How many millions are going to go traps over there, real time? I would say about 300 or 400 million of you will do that. And why? You don't even know who he is, what he is. My society has the capability of creating JC right down to where you like him. And he'll be a hologram. You guys have the primitive technology of it right now. Look at the program America's Most Wanted. They use what they call an avatar. That's really a crude hologram version. Ours, you can smell him, you can touch him, and it looks real. But he is a hologram. He's not real. He even can mimic a heartbeat. So if a doctor checks him, oh yeah, he's human. Right, but he's a hologram. We can take his atoms and dispose of them and reassemble him. So if our technology has that, and there's a lot more people out there that have the same technology, they can come in and really mess up you guys here. This is your favorite alien and Bubba. Good night.